Today is the day that we remember those who kept their promise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today is the day that we remember those who kept their promise to their Prophet. Today is the day that we honor those who kept their bayat to their Sultan. Today is the anniversary of Çanakkale. When we say this, so many Muslims, they become confused. They ask, what is it? What is that Çanakkale? We are speaking openly through the knowledge that has been passed down to us from our Shaykh, SahibulSaif, Shaykh Abdulkerim al-Kibrisi Rabbani, who is a true Ottoman. Shaykh Efendi would never forget Çanakkale. There was not a single day where he was not remembering Çanakkale and remembering the shaheeds of Çanakkale. Shaykh Efendi, he was such a strong man, standing like a lion. But when he would remember the sacrifice of Çanakkale, he would breathe, he would sigh with pain. And the tears would come to his eyes because he understood the reality of Çanakkale. His heart becomes soft. Çanakkale is the remembrance of the last battle of Islam. Çanakkale is when we remember those Mehmetçiks who stood up and said, our lives are not important. The way of Rasulullah is important. Our bodies are not important. Keeping the flag of Rasulullah ﷺ high is important. Our wealth, our health, our families don't matter. That Khalifa, that Zillullah, he matters. Our Shaykh SahibulSaif, Shaykh Abdulkerim al-Kibrisi Rabbani, is saying, people gave lives. Lives, not life, lives. One house giving 3, 4 sons to die in that war. Can you imagine? 4 sons, 5 sons died in that war. 3 sons died and the husband died. Yes. 107 years ago, on March 18th, 1915, the believers, those who were sincere with their faith, with their Lord, proved and showed their faith to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They passed their test, and because of them today we are still able to walk on the face of the earth, and we're able to say that we're Muslims. But the price they paid was very heavy. The Ottoman soldiers had nothing, not even a piece of bread to eat, but they stood up for their faith to save Islam and to give us ways to live. Inshallah Rahman. If we are sitting in talking about them from now until next year, it is not enough. If we praise them until next year, it is not enough. If we pray for them until next year, it is not enough. It is not one, it is 253,000 soldiers who died in that way. The enemy came with 525,000 soldiers. Comparing with what the enemy had and what these soldiers had, comparing the technologies that they had, we find that it is impossible to compare. It was impossible for the Ottoman soldiers to have doubt in their hearts that they were not going to turn back alive. But they were continuously coming non-stop from everywhere. They were holding the flag of the Holy Prophet ﷺ high. They gave their lives and Allah honored them with that title. It is impossible for us or anyone to honor them with any titles. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did. Every house had at least one martyr that they were giving in the way of Allah. So we must understand where we are and where they were. All believers, we must truly understand what Çanakkale was about. Çanakkale was the last defense of Islam against enemies whose sole objective was to destroy the Khilafat and to destroy Islam. And that is why Çanakkale is the second Badr. Because the Quraysh in Badr, their aim was to wipe Islam out from this world. And who stood up to protect the Caliphate? Very few, and they were mostly Turks. There were some from other nations. They left everything and ran. They ran. Some without any shoes on, without any real weapons, without food. They ran and said, may our lives be sacrificed for the Khilafat and the Khalifatullah. Secular Turks today are saying they did not fight for Allah, they fought for their homeland. This is a lie against the lions of Çanakkale and their memory. Look at their journals, look at their diaries, look at their notebooks, look at what they wrote, look what those young men were writing. They were not writing Turkiye, Turkiye. They were writing Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Ya Abu Bakr, Ya Omar, Ya Osman, Ya Ali, Ya Hassan, Ya Hussein. They were drawing pictures of the sword of Hazrat Ali in their notebooks. They were writing the ayat, help from Allah and a close victory, and give glad tidings to the believers, Ya Muhammad. Those lions, they fought for Islam. They did not fight for their homeland. And if it was not for them, we would not have Islam today. This is not an exaggeration, this is real. It is because of them that we still have this honor. Our faith is a sadaqah from them. Our religion is a flower that has blossomed out of their blood. Today is the anniversary of Çanakkale.